Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to speak with you about a very sneaky provision that was thrown into President Trump's proclamation. You know, the one that I've been talking so much about recently? Yes. Then this sneaky provision actually impacts those who are inside America. Stay tuned for those details. Guys, before I get into it, as usual, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York. And guys, you are so wonderful. Thank you for being part of my community. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe now, hit the notification bell, share this information with other people, hop over to Instagram or Facebook and follow me there at McBean Immigration Law. And yeah, let's just keep this moving. Now, what in the world? What in the world? Latoya, what are you talking about? There's a provision in the proclamation that Trump issued recently. I thought you've said, and I've heard other lawyers say, that this proclamation doesn't apply to anyone within the US. What are you saying to us now? Well, guys, if you can recall, on June 22nd, when I did that live session, the day that Trump signed that proclamation, I said to you, there is a provision in here about work permits, employment authorization. And I read it to you and I said, I don't really understand this yet, but this is an issue. I said, this is something that I need to look into and get back in front of you about. And so that's what today's video is about. Work permit, guys, work permit. And here's what the provision has to say. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. The proclamation directs the Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, to prevent certain individuals who have final orders of removal, who are inadmissible or deportable from the U.S., have been arrested for, charged with, or convicted of a criminal offense from being able to work in the United States. That's the statement. And there's some ambiguity with respect to this, right? And it's all about, there's a semicolon, but then there's a comma here. What are we saying? Are we talking only about people who are in removal? Are we talking about only people who have a final order of removal issued against them? Who are we talking about? Friends, this is broadly written. This is a broad group of people that this applies to, because this says that it applies to those who have a final order of removal issued against them. That's number one. Number two, individuals who are inadmissible or deportable from the U.S. Number three, folks who have been arrested, charged, or convicted of a criminal offense. And guys, you know that could be a sizable group there. And these are the types of individuals who this proclamation is now saying, well, they should not be able to get a work permit. And so DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, and USCIS obviously have not told us how this is going to work. They haven't given us any guidance or any alerts, policy alerts about this. So they're still maybe trying to figure this thing out themselves, and they'll issue something. But the bottom line is this, that the government is actively and proactively, I should say, going after work permits and employment authorization documents, the EAD. And so this proclamation, which you guys know have everything to do with those on the outside of the US, right? It's all about those on the outside trying to get an immigrant visa or a non-immigrant work visa to come here. But then you have this thing in here which focuses on those who are on the mainland in America. And so we have to wait and see what guidance the government comes out with and restrictions around this for us to really understand who all will no longer be eligible for a work permit. The other part of this is, guys, you know that when you're going through adjustment of status here or asylum, right, you have to go and get your biometrics done. You have to do fingerprints. And so the purpose of fingerprints is for the government to do a background check on you, right? Criminal background check. And so the way I'm reading this provision, the way I'm reading this is if anything comes up on your record related to an arrest, it says arrested for or charged with or convicted of a criminal offense, it could potentially stand in the way of you getting that work permit. And so that's really serious, especially since it's very common for people to be arrested on really small matters like a dispute, with another individual, or a domestic violence issue, which is taken very seriously by the government, of course. But some small disputes will land people at the police station. And then, the charges are later dismissed. It was frivolous. There was nothing to it. But yet this thing is on that person's record. So some people will be inadvertently caught up in something like this if the government really enforces this part of the proclamation. So this has the potential to impact a lot of people and their ability to get a work permit while they're waiting for their adjustment of status application to be adjudicated, or while they're waiting for the asylum application to be adjudicated, or some other type of application to be adjudicated. They may or may not get the work permit. So once once the government comes out with guidance about this provision, I will do another video, get back in front of you guys, let you know exactly how it's going to work and who all will be impacted by this. But I wanted to get back in front of you because now I kind of understand this, and I think you should understand it as well. Guys, share this video with other people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.